Welcome to Knee Deep. Knee Deep. Knee Deep. Ah, yes. Let's go. It's a demo. This one, I guess. I need a monitor the size of 60-inch TV for all the OBS add-ons. Help. Name. Here you go. Oh, hi. When I meet Riley for the first time, I felt... When I met Riley for the first time, I felt love struck. I'm not sure, honestly. Oh, okay. First it was his looks, then his smile, and finally his passion for absolutely everything he touched. Honestly, I could go on and on listing all his good qualities forever. Hey, kid. I flinch and twist around. Not Riley, but someone else entirely. He's got messy dark hair, mischief practically dripping from his stupidly smug face. No blonde hair, definitely not Riley. This guy's brain grin that makes me want to commit crimes. Try not to embarrass yourself, yeah? I get it. Riley's cute, but you've been staring like he hung the stars or something. I'm not. Does Riley have dandruff? I don't know. I think her hair is bedazzled. I look back at Riley. His blonde bangs fell to his eyes. Hey Riley, was I staring? Why would you ask like that? Why? Riley's lips curve into the sweetest smile I've ever seen. I'm doomed. Maybe? I'm used to it. Oh? Like you're used to me doing it or to people? MissKatonik, right? The professor talks a lot about you. I feel like you'll be my favorite student too. Oh, you're a teacher? That's unfortunate. Before I can reply, Liam smirks and quietly backs away, clearly satisfied with himself for orchestrating this. I feel like I'm just a joke for our professor. Honestly? Probably. But hey, it means you're memorable. Okay. Let me warn you though. From now on, you're officially my enemy. What? What he said was clearly a joke. His smile is so calm, so serene that I found myself smiling right back at him. Then he holds out something for me, an orange soda can. Oh. Got this from the vending machine. It's your favorite, right? How do you know? A little bird came by and told me. He shushes me with his finger before I could even respond. Who does he think he is? A handsome, cute... Ugh, get it together. How does he know that? Maybe you're not the only one staring. It's been 4 months since that happened. Apparently, he's the one who just can't stop staring. Take that, Liam. Who's Liam? Oh, the other guy. I didn't see the other guy. We only had Riley on the screen. We're both second years at Palestone College of Arts. Why are we in art college again? I'm gonna fail another test. And while he isn't exactly known for being outgoing, Riley's reputation still stands out. Everyone knows him for his impeccable fashion sense, his artistic talent, and his chubby cheeks. In my case, I'm definitely known for... Oh, not academics. Not academics. Not this one either. So it's either going to be being friendly and outgoing or doing stupid things. Didn't he say the professor said it was a joke? I go with doing stupid things. Now let's go with friendly. That's like a neutral answer. Our first interaction was when Liam set us up, so I can't really grasp why he's been so interested in me lately. Despite my being friendly and outgoing, I'm not that relevant. Every time he talks to me, I'm left feeling unsure of how to act. I trace my fingers over my phone screen, waiting for the college Wi-Fi to load a page. The little blue dots circling the loading icon seemingly take forever. Finally, the page loads and I feel a wave of relief, but then I see the banner. Welcome to the Superpower Lottery. It's bold and bright, with pink and yellow letters that make me blink to adjust my vision. I've heard about this lottery for years, and I even took part in the last one when I was 12. Nobody actually knows how it works, but the winner always ends up really well off, getting a superpower, a fortune, and many more, as the page announces. Okay. The most recent winner chose to remain anonymous, but the one before them, they became a business genius, skyrocketing to become the richest person in the world. Before that, there was an actual Superman, and before him, a man who could order shadows at will. Okay, mans know what he was about. The cycle continues, each winner getting a better prize than the last. I clicked on apply. There you go. The superpower lottery happens every 10 years. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Do you agree with our terms and services? What if I say no? How does one order shadows? I don't know. Congratulations, you have decided to enter the superpower lottery. Next. Okay. Fine, next. Well, it's worth a shot. I exhale slowly, feeling a mix of relief and curiosity. Why do I even bother? It's not like I'd get anything. Riley's voice breaks through my thoughts as I'm about to put my phone down. What do we have here? What are you doing now? Oh my god. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to know what you were doing, that's all, I swear. He holds his hands up apologetically. Checking something online. Graphic design project. Lottery. His eyebrows raise and he looks intrigued. Was it a website with a bright pink banner? Yeah, that one. Riley doesn't push further, but he doesn't leave either. Instead, he sits down next to me, resting his chin in his hand as he watches me with genuine curiosity. It's a superpower website thing, isn't it? I applied a few days ago, too. You must have been through a lot to know that. I'd recognize that ugly graphic design anywhere. Okay. Isn't it ending today? I think so. What would you want to get if you somehow won? I don't know, something that would just help me stay awake during class. May I interest you in energy drinks? Don't need a superpower for that. I can't help but notice how hesitantly he says it. Something in the back of my mind is telling me he's lying. He loves this class. How strange. For me, I'd want to make Riley happy, something I'd find in a superhero comic. To finish assignments without ever doing in them. No, I'll go with something comic book-like. I think I'd want something flashy, like in superhero comics. Flying would be cool. No. I'm afraid of heights, I'm not doing that. Or maybe something like super strength. Yes, I'll do that. Can't relate, but the way you say it sounds kind of cute. Oh. Riley usually sits a few seats away from me during this class. His blonde, fluffy hair falls into his eyes as he scribbles something in his notebook. Usually a doodle. Right now, though, he looks at me with wide blue eyes, nodding his head to everything I say. Painting bored me too once. Huh? I've noticed how you haven't painted much, or actually you haven't made anything these days. Oh, don't worry about me, I still like painting. What made you think that? Whenever you come to class, you'll take notes on what the teacher's saying, open up Twitter, and then drift off into whatever you were thinking about. Well, thank you for the lyric. ADHD meds will keep you... Those are prescribed, and I don't think you can get those unless you actually have ADHD. I've noticed how my greatest enemy is losing passion. A meditative silence sinks into the room. And what made you interested in painting again? I think I found a subject I was actually passionate about. I pause, wondering what that means as the professor enters the room, immediately stepping me away from the conversation. Okay class, you know the little amount of time we have for our lectures, lend all your ears to me. Professor Elliot, the 50-year-old professor who loves teasing me and the rest of his students, but especially me, speaks in a steady voice. He opens a slide about curating art exhibitions, droning on about projects we have to do for the end of the year and how much it will impact us. Some students take notes, others pick their noses, and a lot of them simply just fight to stay awake. This is worth 60% of your grade. I expect all of you to do your best. Now, I'll be assigning partners as I say this was partner work and based on your group work with other artists and how all you managed to divide roles. I'll be assessing how 2 members of each team can either complement or destroy each other while working. Kyle, Anna will be your pair. Next up, Liam, meet your partner, Nick. I flinch as he finally calls out my name. MissKatonik and Riley, I expect much from both of you. Riley shook my hand. Nice to meet you, partner. Let's work hard. Of course, I hope you do your part, unless you want to slack off and leave everything to me. Don't worry, MissKatonik, I won't. He gives a fake cough, dramatizing the whole thing, unlike some others in this room. You two in the back, Riley and MissKatonik, whenever you're done, I hope you can show me the same enthusiasm for your project. Guess we're the stars of the show now. As I was saying, this project is worth 60% of your final grade. He pauses for dramatic effect, letting the weight of the words sink in. A few groans ripple through the room. Riley, not Kylie, oops. and MissKatonik. Your topic is the symbolism of flowers in art and literature. Hey, I actually have an interest in that. This isn't bad at all. It'll be really interesting. For the rest of the time, me and Red. Ew! Ew! Red roses often symbolize romance. Media and art usually portray red roses as subjects involving passion, love, and affection. I believe that many may think they're common, but this could be integrated into our project in a way that would make people go, wow. Exactly. He grabs a red marker. Hold out the back of your left hand. I do as I'm told. He spins his pen, takes my hand, and grips it. On the back of my left hand, he draws a little rose. A quick one at that. But his artistic skill shows regardless. Its line is neat and consistent. The rose has a cute smiley face on it, and next to it are the words fighting. This is a red rose for you. I hope that whatever art block you had will disappear in this project. I'm sure it'll give me motivation. Class is over, everybody. I grab my laptop in my bag, but I'm stopped by a tap on my back. Would you give me your number so that I could contact you for the project? Of course, sure. I hurriedly typed my number into his phone, one with neon green casing and keychains of Moomin hanging out of it. Ah, yes, the Moomin. Moomin propaganda. Gotta go meet up with a friend now. See you later. Also, if my character's supposed to be so obsessed with this person that they were like staring at them all the time, you're telling me that you didn't give your number to them when you guys started talking immediately? The obsession is not obsessing. After I give his phone back, I quickly rush out to the lecture hall without looking back at anyone there. Just when I thought I could no longer be interrupted by anyone, Leon bumped into me. Hey, you never left the class this late before. What kept you? Not a single apology came out of his mouth. He teased knowing I immediately dip once the class ends. Rowdy just asked me for my number. That's odd. I thought I already knew your number. What? He tapped his chin as if to remember how. Ever since I introduced you both, I saw your name and number saved on his phone with heart emojis around it. I'm pretty sure. I thought you two got along so well when I set y'all up so you guys became besties. I snorted at that. I'm pretty sure I thought y'all get along so much when I introduced y'all to become besties. Definitely the wrong number and wrong name too. That's your number, right? And isn't your full name this? I made myself remember it because little Elliot scolded me for about an hour for not knowing my partner's name. You either have bad eyesight or your memory's fucked up. I'm sure it's a coincidence. I make a quick escape, ignoring Liam's words, my head held up high. I skip to the campus cafe to get my daily dose of espresso and eventually Milo's nagging. Who's Milo? I open the door to the Café La Verre, which is just a few minutes away from my main building. The doorbell chimes, announcing my arrival. This used to be a minuscule place, but as the only cafe on campus that actually lets students stay, it grew to be quite popular. Ooh, alright. Today's no exception. The shop filled to the brim with people either doing their projects or needing their daily dose of caffeine right before their afternoon classes start. After waiting in line for almost half an hour, I'm finally able to give the unimpressed-looking barista my order. She sighs right after looking at me, forcing a smile. May I take your order? No, you may not. Oh, this is Milo. A familiar voice interrupted. Milo strode over casually, his height and easygoing figure noticeable. Easygoing figure. Milo was a barista of Café La Verre and happened to be my childhood best friend. Since we were a few months old, our parents promptly forced us to hang out so they were best friends. Ah, okay. It worked out because I'm still at the same university as him after all these years. Best friend when I was 4, Milo. Age 9, Milo. 14? I insisted on making Lily my best friend that year as Milo accidentally broke my earphones. Age 18, Milo. Current age, still Milo. Hey Milo, still not done with this shift? I want double espresso, no sugar. Oh my god. Oh no, you don't. I'm not letting you drink that every single waking moment. He shakes his head and noted down with his little Milo Pony pen, caramel latte. I prefer that order as well. I'm sure that this goes for fraud. It's not fraud if you're getting it for free anyway. I can't remember the last time you had to pay here. Oh, this is true. And Milo hands me the caramel latte, I yank it away and stick my tongue out at him. I rethought my actions on how I was getting this for free. Thanks, even though this isn't what I asked for. Grow up, MissKatonik. Just learned how to express gratitude and is running away again. Huh? Should I be worried? You never rush when it's about me. Oh, I literally ran to get here. Totally. He draws, the corner of his mouth twitching like he's forcing himself not to frown. You've been talking about Riley a lot lately, you know? Was he the reason why I had to wait for so long? Why were you waiting? Just a project partner. He's cute. Okay, so do I get to choose if they're supposed to be obsessed about him? Because I'm not particularly into blondes. He's just a project partner. I shook back, taking a sip of the latte. Annoyingly perfect, as usual. Not that I'll admit it. Right. He peeled off his apron and tossed it onto the hook behind him. He takes off his apron. Anyway, my shift's over. Let's go. Go where? I ask, frowning as he comes out from behind the counter. The park. He slips his hands into his hoodie pockets. You've been stressing it too much lately. A walk will do you good. Maybe. And before you argue, I'm not taking no for an answer. He already holds the door open for me, so I sigh and follow him out. 15 minutes later, and we're strolling through Green Hollow Park. The late afternoon sun casts long shadows, and a crisp breeze nips at my cheeks. I clutch my latte, its warmth seeping through my gloves, while Milo walks beside me, close enough that our arms almost brush. I miss this place. You literally work 2 minutes away from here. I raise an eyebrow. Not the same. He replies, nudging me gently. I mean, I miss those times, back when we were kids. I'd love to forget about college, project deadlines, group projects, professors, all that stuff. Oh, and that blondie who's trying to take all your attention. Okay. I snort. Why was he acting so emotional all of a sudden? What's gotten into him? Reminiscing? The passage of time? The mortal coil? Milo, you're being ridiculous. I see you every day. Yeah, but it's different now. You don't tell me everything that's going on in your life. Not anymore. Milo, what do you want me to say? He taps his fingers. Well, you could have mentioned that little art block you went through. What? How do you even know about that? Relax. He stops walking abruptly and reaches into his pocket, pulling out a small crumpled photo. Look what I found the other day. Oh, then maybe that's why he's reminiscing. He found a picture. The photo itself is pretty worn out. Faded by the passage of time, I recognized it immediately. It's a picture of us as kids, sitting on a blanket in this very same park. I was grinning, holding an already melting popsicle. Meanwhile, little Milo had other plans, holding a water balloon behind his back with that same mischievous, this word? Every fucking time. Mischievous, glint in his eyes I've got to know over the years. Oh my gosh, I remember this. You soaked me right after this was taken. And you screamed so loud, you scared all the pigeons away. You were so mad, I thought you'd never talk to me again. I didn't. You bribed me with another popsicle. Guilty as charged. I remember using your allowance money for that, though. We reach a bench by the pond, and Milo sits down first, patting the spot next to him. I hesitate before joining him. He hands me the photo, his expression unusually soft. Milo's gaze lingers on me, his eyes darkening slightly. MissKatonik, you've been so distracted lately. Your art, your classes, him. I just wanted to remind you that I'm still here, that I always will be. Milo, You don't have to say anything. He cuts in smoothly, his smile returning, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. I just want you to take care of yourself, and to remember that some people care more than others. For a moment, the air between us feels heavy. I glance away, my cheeks heating up under his gaze. Thanks, Milo. You're like my personal therapist, you know that? He chuckles, leaning back against the bench. And you're like my full-time job, but I don't mind. I like keeping an eye on you. We walk in the park for a couple more minutes until the sun starts to go down. We've been strolling on the sidewalk for so long, and with very few people around, only the sun notifies us of the time. I check the watch on my wrist. I think it's time to go. Your roommate's not there, right? Want to crash at my place instead? I have a roommate? I lean back, clearly showing my refusal. I'm just gonna pass. I'll be at my dorm. I have a really cute dorm. Is that a Labubu? It is. I, like most people, have had my fair share of roommates. Most of the time, I've relied on Milo or some other friends to share a room together. I was known to be the chill but energetic type of roomie, someone they could have fun with. I like to think they were all decent people. When I asked a resident assistant about having a roommate during my first year of in university, they claimed that I could have my own room, as Milo had requested. However, this year, with the dorms filled to the brim with freshmen, I was made to share my room with a guy named Anthony. And I'm pretty sure by now that he's the strangest one out of them all. He truly goes beyond the definition of a weirdo. Oh no. He often disappears randomly for days. As a matter of fact, he only ever shows up at the most random times. Maybe he's got work or projects or something? Ding ding! Ding ding. A familiar tune snaps me out of my train of thought. I'm currently sitting at home, taking my well-deserved rest, when suddenly, I got a call. Ah, speaking of the devil, it's Anthony. I pick up the call. Why does he look so tired? You've never called me before. What's up with the sudden change? I hear sounds of rustling and a low murmur coming up. Open the door, don't freak out. Open the door, don't freak out. Okay, that's a great intro. They're only a couple of words, but somehow it still gets me utterly puzzled. Huh? Care to elaborate? Just do it, please. I carefully leave the comfort of my, well, our sofa and stand in front of the door. I sigh, preparing myself for whatever Anthony has to tell me. I slowly open it, only to hear someone running out of breath, huffing out air. Why are you covered in blood? Thanks. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. Crimson red liquid covers Anthony's whole frame. He just so happens to be wearing a white suit. He notices me staring and wipes at the worst of it, smearing the stains and causing more of a mess. I inspect the man who stands in front of me, covered in blood, and to make it worse, I don't know who it could belong to. Anthony, who now resembles a gangster, is wiping the filthy floor with my knockoff Hello Kitty mop. He glances up at me once again, his eyes locked onto mine as he kneels down to clean one more spot. I'm sorry. You're being awfully polite today, Anthony. I shoot a smirk at Anthony as laughing ensues. I'm not even sure why I'm laughing. Panic, most likely. Is it the fact that this whole situation was hilarious to me, or is it because all the blood has started making me go hysterical? He drops onto the sofa, eyes shutting as he tries to catch a moment of rest. In your bloody clothes? He could have stayed like that all night, limbs draped carelessly across the cushion. Get off the sofa! At least take off the blazer. But my gaze must have seared through his clothes because he stirred. Slowly, one eye cracks open and then the other, fluttering against the harsh glare of the dorm's fluorescent light as if hit by a flashbang. MissKatonik, I'm fine. He gestures to his suit, pointing at the red stains that he has yet to wash off. These aren't mine. Well, most of them. You are not. This conversation is not normal. These are not two people having a conversation. What do you mean, most of them? He makes a face that's supposed to make himself look sorry, but to me, he just looks even more pissed off. Relax, MissKatonik. It's nothing serious. Come on. You've seen me like this before. I cross my arms, looking directly at his eyes. Huh? I, being a little too investigative, have found out about his illegal activities right when we started getting together. Oh, so that's the context. Okay. Personally, I thought it was great. I mean, now I wouldn't have to worry about our safety as he could protect both of us. Or that's what I believed he'd do. Besides, it's not like we don't get along. He's nice, and there's also the fact that he isn't loud at all. Are you hearing yourself? You literally just came back with injuries from God knows where. It's tomato sauce. I blink in disbelief. Did he really just say that? Or were all those sleepless nights finally catching up to me? Tomato sauce. Tomato sauce. It's from work. My colleague crashed into me and spilled it all over. He points vaguely at his shirt, acting as if it could explain why he looked like an extra from a low budget action film. I tried really hard to pretend that I haven't noticed how bad he was stuttering. I'm sorry, but I'm not that dumb. Anthony shrugs, kicking his feet up on the coffee table. Apparently, he was giving up on actually trying to explain himself to me. Oh gee, I wonder why. I frown, grabbing my stuff that's scattered on the sofa while Anthony continues to take up even more space. He shoots up a brow, glaring at me from where he lies. Why don't you just stay? Are you that scared of me? I'm afraid I may ask questions I don't want the answers to. Besides, I gotta study. God, it's like you really just can't mind your business. What? You're suspicious, that's all. Ugh, go away. He attempts to close his eyes again, but the way he talked to you didn't sit right with you at all, with him at all. He sits up one more time, backing down on his own words. MissKatonik, wait, you can stay. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I feel like this guy... Okay, so that whole dialogue sequence thing was like 3 different people having a conversation. That was not going well. Knee deep. Tulips. Is that the cat from Dun? This is from Darkest Dungeon, isn't it? Alright, I got a cute room. I leave the living room, ignoring Anthony's distant voice. While I head to my room, I reminisce about how this place was when I first came. Originally, it was a little too cramped for my taste, but I'd like to say that I did an outstanding job of transforming it into what I had always dreamed of having. I went from being just a dusty abandoned closet to a fully decorated paradise. After all, this is where I'd be living for the next couple of years. I sure would have to make this feel like home. I face the bed that had seen me at my worst. My eyelids feel heavy just from looking at it. Fuck, I just want to lie on it and drift away to sleep. But I knew that wasn't an option. Not yet. What should I do now? Study. I guess. You told him you were gonna study. I can't let myself go down like this. MissKatonik, snap out of it. Pick up your books and study for fuck's sake. I settle on my desk, carefully flipping through the pages of my textbook. There weren't any tests scheduled yet, but you just can't be too calm with a professor whose favorite part of the day is assisting surprise exams. My voice hangs low as I read the first line in the unit we were having in class early in the day. The interplay of light and shadow in Baroque art not only emphasizes there was no ending quote in game. There are no ending quote in game. Huh? What? Ah, that was interesting. Scroll through social media. I really deserve a rest. 10 minutes won't hurt. I flop onto the bed, promising myself that I won't spend too much time on it. I turn on my phone and click on the first app I see. Then, I proceed to scroll mindlessly through multiple cat videos, much to my heart's content. Now that I think about it, I probably look like a maniac laughing at seemingly nothing. Take a nap. I'm completely wasted. This day has left me exhausted. Hell, I feel as if any kind of remaining energy I held in my body just dissipated as soon as I entered the room. I limp as I make my way to my bed, promptly face planting into a pillow. I black out, letting myself sleep for at least an hour or 2. The sun has finally set, everything around me slowly getting eaten up by darkness as I contemplate how the day has gone by. The overbearing silence of the growing night rudely interrupted by a particular sound. I promptly sit up, trying to find where it's coming from exactly. Your phone? It's my phone. Why do I bother? I say to myself, glaring at my phone screen. I turn it off in an instant, laying back down on my bed. Really? Come on, I just want to sleep. I groan, hesitating to do anything. My back aches from all the sudden movements. This is what I get for not working out as much as I should, or at least that's what my mom would say if she saw me like this. Besides, what app can possibly make that much noise? I swear I haven't downloaded anything shady in a while. Huh, how strange. It's just an email. I definitely should toggle Gmail notification off because what in the actual fuck was that? I mean, it's their fault for not letting me sleep. I focus my gaze on the screen one more time. It's flashing a pretty saturated pink. It seems as if it were designed by a 5th grader. Typical. I shut it off again, setting it onto the table next to me. The mysterious email begins to repeat the same tune. It's almost ear-grating up to this point. Oh, it's the superpower thing. Why won't you shut up? I yell out in frustration, wanting to throw that damn phone out the nearest window. My eyes widen as I scroll down my unread emails. I eventually catch something, a small fragment of text highlighted by Gmail itself. I've won the lottery? I pinched myself on my cheek to test if I was dreaming, finally realizing that it was in fact real. Is it too good to be true? How the hell would I know, really? I scoffed reading through the text that had caused such a ruckus. Dear MissKatonik. Oh boy. You've been chosen as the lucky winner of the superpower lottery. As per the rising use of technology, the superpower will only be available to use on your phone. The download will start automatically once you open this email. Before using it, these are some important details to take note of. Power, Heart's Echo. Function, the ability to perceive who is so in love with you that they would consider murder for your sake. That's oddly specific. Also, it may give you a rundown of your target's stats. Everyone has stat blocks now? Next. The superpower lottery decided to come to close when you joined, as we knew you were the one. We hope this email finds you well. If you have any inquiries and or any questions, you may not call us. We're mysterious, just like that. Okay. Scam, scam, scam. That word blasted in all corners of my head. Like I'd ever fall for something like this. I've got common sense, you know? Plus, no one has ever confessed to me before. Who on earth would murder for my sake? That's ridiculous. My eyes wander aimlessly at my screen. The download will start automatically once you open this email. I mumble as my vision focuses. Fuck. What have I got myself into? MissKatonik, are you stupid? I quickly closed Gmail and agitated looked through every single page on my home screen. Heart Echo. The bright pink icon stuck out like a sore thumb. Might as well check it out, I guess. Welcome, MissKatonik. Thanks for choosing Heart Echo. Below is a list of those who would commit murder just for you. Ranked from most obsessed to sane. Huh? Most obsessed to sane. You're telling me the guy who was covered in blood on my sofa is the most sane? Legal disclaimer. Neither the superpower lottery nor Heart Echo are to be held legally responsible for any criminal activities committed under the guise of love. By using this app, you assume any kind of responsibility that may stem from your future partners. Good luck. Who's unknown? Hello! How are you, Paladin? How was stream? How you doing? Congratulations on the wedding. Look, sanity is relative. Sanity is relative? Listen, if the sane one is the contract killer on the sofa, what the heck does Milo have going on in his head? He looked normal. How do I save? Like this. I'm saving. So we got our power. Milo's solely behind this, isn't he? Is he a programmer? That's the first thought that comes into my mind. Trying to find a logical sound reason for this nonsense. Who else could it be? Mom? I don't think so. Could it be Liam? Oh, is it Liam? I didn't see Liam. Liam doesn't have a sprite. I tried coming up with anything at that point. My sanity is slowly slipping away as I reconsider any possible culprits. No, it can't be Liam. Because Liam introduced me to Riley. Why would they do that if they're obsessed with me? I tried coming up with anything at that point, my sanity slowly slipping away as I reconsider any possible culprits. Nah, not a chance. My mind keeps rambling for quite a while. It all feels so odd. Am I dreaming? No, I had already pinched myself. I scrambled to open Twitter, frantically looking up any accounts by the name of the Superpower Lottery, and there it is. This year's Superpower Lottery has finally come to a close. We extended a heartfelt thanks to everyone who willingly took part in such an event. Please make sure to check your emails. Instructions have already been sent. Oh no. This can't be real. Who is unknown? Matter of fact, does this mean Milo has a crush on me? No, it means Milo is obsessed with you. Like, not sane obsessed. Is this why Riley keeps staring at me all week? That one was a little obvious. That one, girl is just not paying attention. Anthony. Well, I'm sure he'd do something like that, but why is he in the last place? Isn't that the same guy who comes drenched in blood I should stop thinking about this. I stay right in the same spot in my bed, sweat dripping down my chin. Is this? What could I have done in my past lives to deserve this? Click on them, I want to see their stats. I bury my face in my plushies, shutting my eyes to finally drift to sleep. Pancakes. Oh, pancakes. I mumble, slowly sitting up in my bed. What time is it? I don't know, you took a nap and then you went back to sleep. I reach for my phone, blinking slowly as my eyes readjust to the sunlight seeping through my blinds. MissKatonik, wake up. You're late for class, I think. I made you pancakes. Oh, okay. He yells out from the kitchen. I slap myself awake and run over, witnessing Anthony while he sits down to eat. Are you also not a student? I forgot. It's Bitsy! How are you? How's it going? Pancakes. Yeah, I want pancakes. Maybe I'll make pancakes tomorrow. I sit across from him to have breakfast as well, just like we've done for quite a while. I take in the view of the pancakes that stand right in front of me, the maple syrup making the pancakes shine as if they were from a commercial. My hands leave to dig into the food. Fuck, I'm starting to drool. I need to act fast. My fork stabs the soft golden brown pile, taking a huge chunk out of it. I chew slowly, making sure to savor every last piece of it. I look back up at Anthony, who patiently nibbles on his food. So good. Last night's memories suddenly flooded my brain. Oh right, I've won some kind of lottery? I had to make sure that whatever happened last night was actually true. I was determined to do anything necessary to prove it. I locked my gaze with his before putting another huge chunk of pancake in my mouth. Hey Anthony, let's say I hypothetically get hurt. What would you do? Anthony pauses mid-bite, his fork hovering in the air as his dark eyes shoot up to meet my unnerving gaze. His expression almost unreadable for a couple of seconds. And, to my own surprise, he just smiles. Oh? The corner of his mouth twitches at my words. Is he enjoying this? It depends. What are you talking about? Let me think. Physical? Emotional? Someone saying your outfit is fugly? Well, my outfit is comfortable, okay? Fuck off. My shoulders tense up at his response. I awkwardly chuckle, trying to play off what I said as a joke. You know, silly questions. I don't like violence, but if it happens, I make sure they regret it. I'm sure it'll never happen though. Right, MissKatonik? I see the room slowly close in on me. Breathing becoming more of a struggle as the seconds pass. I feel the air running out of my lungs as if I were choking. I manage to cough out an anxious chuckle, my fingers gripping the tablecloth. It's good to know I've got someone by my side. Don't worry about it. MissKatonik, is anyone giving you problems? No. Oh, no, nothing like that, Anthony. His expression leaves no room for doubt. Anthony is clearly concerned about me, and the way he looks at me while we're eating shows me that perfectly. Tell me if anything happens. I'll deal with it. Well, this one's the sane one. Oh yeah, your girl's got a subscription to Rockstar and prescription sleeping isn't happening, meds. Oh my god. You actually have a subscription to Rockstar? Can you have energy drink subscriptions? Is that a thing? Oh, it might be a thing in the US, actually. I don't think that's a thing in the EU, I say with confidence. No, actually don't. I'm not 100% sure. Later that morning, I meet up with Riley in the art studio. The sunlight filters through the tall windows, bathing the room in soft light. He's already there, sketching on a large canvas. His golden hair catches the light, giving him an almost ethereal glow. Hey, you made it. He doesn't look up, a small smile playing on his lips. I set my bag down, suddenly nervous. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Riley looks up then, his sharp blue eyes locking onto mine. You're not late, I just like being early. He gestures to the seat beside him, and I hesitate before sitting. So flowers, huh? I'm guessing you haven't had time to think much about our project yet? I have, sort of, just not a lot. Riley laughs softly, the sound surprisingly warm. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. We work in silence for a while, but I can't stop sneaking glances at him. He looks so focused, so confident in what he is doing. I, on the other hand, feel completely out of my depth. Hold on! You The app thing said that you can see their stats. Click on their names. I want to see what the what the stat sheet looks like. Is it like a D&D sheet? After a while, Riley breaks the silence. You okay? You seem distracted. We spend the rest of the afternoon researching symbolism in flowers, and Riley's enthusiasm is contagious. Can I open the phone? He has this way of looking at art that makes even the simplest details feel profound. He's so cute. He's cute. You know, you remind me of this flower. He blinks. What? I shrug, a soft smile on my lips. Strong, vibrant, and hard to ignore. His cheeks heat up, and he quickly looks away. You really think so? I do. My voice is quiet, but certain. When the session finally ends, Riley reaches into his bag and pulls out a small notebook. Here, take this. It's got some notes and sketches I made for our project. Maybe it'll help if you get stuck. What? Good night, little bat. Have a wonderful streaming and a night. Thank you for the raid. Good night. Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your rest. So long. Oh my god, that's cute. Wait, is this one? No, it's two separate emotes. Oh, that's so cute. I don't think I've seen a tail wag emote before. As a separate thing. Oh, crap. Where was I? The day passes in a blur. My class is offering little distraction from the chaos spinning in my mind. By the time I returned to my dorm that evening, I was exhausted but still restless. My phone buzzes with a call from Milo. I hurriedly pick it up. Park again? You seem off lately. Sure, usual spot? Let me see their stats, damn it! Man, I would have been so nosy in the app if I had gotten it. Under the soft glow of the streetlights, Milo's already waiting on the bench when I arrive. He has a cup of coffee in one hand and his usual lopsided grin on his face. You look like you haven't slept. His tone is teasing, but his eyes are full of concern. Thanks, just what I needed to hear. He chuckles, but the humor quickly fades. Seriously, MissKatonik, what's going on? You've been distant. I glance at him, my heart sinking. Milo has always been able to read me too well, and now, with the app's results fresh in my mind, I feel like I'm walking a tightrope. How am I supposed to act normal when he is ranked at the top of a list of people willing to kill for me? I've just been stressed about school, you know? You know how it is. Milo studies me for a long moment, then nods slowly. If you say so. He knows you're lying. The silence that follows is almost comfortable, save for the nagging thoughts in my head. Finally, I blurt out, Milo, do you think it's weird to, I don't know, be willing to do extreme things for someone you care about? His brow furrow. What kind of extreme things are we talking about? I hesitate. Like, fighting for them, protecting them, that sort of thing? Milo's expression softens and he leans forward, resting his elbows on his knees. I think if you care about someone enough, you do whatever it takes to keep them safe. That's not weird, that's just love. The word hangs in the air between us, heavy and unspoken for so long that it almost feels foreign. My chest tightens and I look away, staring at the darkened trees. Right, love. Milo straightens, his gaze still fixed on me. MissKatonik, is there something you're not telling me? No. I sigh and shake my head. It's nothing, just a lot on my mind. Okay. His voice is quiet, but his eyes tell me he doesn't believe me. When I arrive home, I immediately look through my notes, not on subjects I have to study, but about the 4 people listed in Heart's Echo. I cross off the unnamed person and try to focus on the others. What's the unnamed person, though? That's weirder, because is it like a DLC thing? Because you've not interacted with anyone else other than these 3. And okay, Liam and the professor, I guess. Milo, my protective childhood friend. Riley, my shy project partner. Anthony, my closed-off roommate. The name that intrigues me the most is... Ah! None of them. Do we go down the list? Do we go down the list or up the list? If this is anything like the amnesia dating sim, the childhood friend's gonna lock me up. I mean, all right. So we know that he does illegal things that involve him coming home covered in blood, but he's at the bottom of the list. He's like the least obsessed one, the least unhinged one, the most sane one, apparently. Milo's at the top of the list. They're the childhood friend. Riley is like, my character was pretty obsessed with them at the start, so Riley is the second most obsessed one. So which one are we doing? Personally, I'd either go for Milo or Anthony. So we could just go down the list. What happens if I pick none of them? Do I go for the secret option then? I juggle. I'm horrible. I'm guessing you don't get the choice of juggling. I think if you pick none of them, you get the other option. Or it's like the amnesia game where you have to go through all of the love interests and then you can pick not the secret option. Note to self, write a poly. I think there are poly dating sims, no? Or not? I don't know. Alright. We're gonna do it from left to right. So, Anthony. Ah, that's it. I guess it's just the introduction. Let's see.